Alrighty, guys, welcome back to another American Reacts. We are looking at Mopar, baby. Chrysler. Finally, I am super stoked for this. If you don't know already, even though I am a GM fan and Holden fan and a muscle car fan in general, Chrysler and Mopar is where my heart is. It's what I grew up with, and I'm sorry, they were the best, man, during the old muscle car race in the 60s, the 70s, and so on. They just had that look about them, the sound, their engines. They were incredible, just incredible here in America, and they still fetch the most money here in America in the collector market, that is for sure. But I hear down in Australia that they were pretty awesome too. They actually made it big, not with the big, 440, the 383 big blocks, or even the 426 HEMI, but rather inline sixes. Now that sounds really interesting. The only inline six I know of that's semi-legendary here is, of course, the slant six or bent six, the 225 cubic inch. It was basically indestructible. My uncle had one and can confirm as a mechanic it was basically indestructible. Anxious to get an introduction into Chrysler from down under and get a look at the different style of muscle they had, see how it looks different. This video, of course, comes from Glenn Everett, Master of Machines. This will be linked down below as always. Let's watch my first introduction to some Mopar muscle down under. Oh, look at that, right away.
We're back at the 2021.
Right away, looks different than the muscle cars we had here from them, but I can tell it's a Mopar. I don't know how to describe it. It's got that look.
Phillip Island Classic Festival of Motorsport.
Ooh,
if you're
Phillip
a
Island
Mopar or
Festival.
Aussie muscle car fan, then this is an episode you don't want to miss.
Got the RT badge and everything. Look at that. What a good looking car. Always love the Mopars, man. They're just so damn good looking. Okay. Now that's different. That's different hearing that note. I'm so used to the big block V8s or, even a small block like a 346 pack or something, right? But I got to admit, sounds good. It sounds different. So it is bizarre, but it sounds good. And other than V8s, my favorite, I guess you could say, engines and engine note is from an inline six. They're beautiful engines.
What I found here, an E49 Charger driven by Rob Burns. Let's go and
it's
have a look
Charger.
at it. Let's have a chat to him about what makes this machine tick and what makes it so fast.
Let's do it.
Yeah, had it for 20 odd years racing in this class. Bit of a challenge always to keep one of these going, and this is the first time out in 10 years with it.
Beautiful.
Had a blow up here in 2011 and pushed in corner machine and built a 2-litre Alpha, and now resurrected this one, and we're back here having a go. But yeah, I think the car's faster than the driver.
Well, mate, you seem to be travelling at a fair rate of knots out there. You're up towards the front and giving those V8s hell. Tell us about the car. Tell us about the engine and the drivetrain.
Well, this engine's the most expensive developed engine I've ever had. It's around 450 horsepower,
Wow.
about 7,000. I'm making towards 400 foot-pounds, which is the strong point of a 265.
Okay, so 450 horsepower and 400 foot-pounds of torque. That's very impressive in any engine, let alone a straight six. So it's definitely going to be keeping up with or smacking some V8s out there. That is very impressive. I would not expect that. Wow. We got triple Weber carburetor set up here. So what a beast, huh? Look at that thing. Looks good in there.
But a very hard motor to keep together. We've gone to the Moroso external oil pump. They really weren't designed for the type of revs or what we're doing. They're designed to go shopping with and probably tow a caravan and not see the high side of 4,000 revs. We're pulling sevens here with it, so
Whoa.
there's a lot of band-aids, if you like, in the motor to make it survive with what we're doing. Aftermarket conrods, forged pistons, it's got a cranky, fully counterweighted billet crankshaft, a roller cam on needle roller Torrington bearings.
Wow.
Yeah, even the cooling system to keep it all cool and get that to work has been massaged. The engine's largely been a product of Lyndon Little and Dick Savvy, and they've done a wonderful job. Spent a lot of time on Lyndon's dyno, and he and Dick have, I reckon, really delivered on this one.
And the gearbox,
Wow, so you heard him explain it there. That engine had to have some work gone through, and definitely a lot of forged parts, a lot of upgraded parts. And that's race car problems, right? That's race car life. These cars are being thrown around the track all day. It's not like driving to the grocery store like the guy said. This thing is pushing 7,000 RPMs. That is a lot of revs. That's just part of the game, is keeping them together. And it's an endurance as much as it is a sprint, right? So, having a race car is fun, I bet, but sounds like a pain in the rear as well, right? So it's definitely a balance.
That's a Borg Warner, is it?
That's a standard Borg Warner synchro close ratio as used in an RT, and it's a Borg Warner diff, full floater, spool in it, 345.
God, what a good looking car.
Very ordinary.
Tell you what, it's definitely got that Mopar look. I know I already said that, but you see the C-pillars here swooping all the way down back to the spoiler. That, of course, we got the vents and the recessed rear window like that. Very different, but again, very reminiscent of the Charger we had here in the States. I'm sure many of you guys know of it. American Charger, in particular the 68 to 70 B-body Chargers. They were just beautiful. They're, in my opinion, my all-time most beautiful car ever made. They were just amazing. But this comes very close. This has got the Australian look. It's just different enough to tell the difference between this and an American one, of course, but I like it. And I like how it's got those subtle cues to remind me as a foreigner that it is an Australian version, but it has that Charger DNA in it. I like it a lot.
So when people say that Valiants don't handle very well, that's not quite true, is it?
No, it's not quite true. I think that's because when they made them, I say to people, I don't think cars wanted to spend any more than $2 on a shock absorber.
Right.
Put some good
you can make any car handle good with the right parts.
They're not too bad.
And some good tires.
They were a bit like most cars of the day, compare them to a HQ or whatever, a bit too soft. They had a bit too much dive in them. But
265 HEMI, 6-cylinder. Very interesting, huh?
They're not too bad. The cars they had, the Ackerman worked out in the steering probably better than the Ford or the GM product, and they certainly had the rear suspension worked out better than the Ford, I believe, or the Holden. Yeah, a fair bit of the chassis work's been done by Gary O'Brien's Bendigo Retro, like they've helped with a chassis setup and scaling it and front end.
Man, I love that car.
Yeah, we're creeping up on it.
I mean, you guys should have seen this coming.
And actions speak louder
than
words,
I love
don't
that
they?
thing.
So
I'm a Mopar guy.
The next race out there, mate, we'll be cheering you on.
Yeah, well, it's better to be lucky than good, I think.
Ain't that the truth? Oh. Let me just say, would that be exciting? Putting that racing suit on, hopping in that thing, firing it up. Oh, lucky guy. This looks like a lot of fun. Driving on the Phillip Island racetrack I know nothing about. Of course, you can educate me down in the comments if you will. But driving on any racetrack in a racing Mopar like that, sign me up. Look at that thing. Wow. Beautiful HEMI orange on there, of course. The RT badge. Oh, that little thing. Ooh, look at that Mustang. Beautiful. Another Mustang. I didn't know what those were. Dang it. I should. Another Mustang. Gotta love those, man. That was a cool. Blue with the silver was cool there. I feel like I know what those last two were. I just am too embarrassed to guess. Maybe Lotus or Ford Cortinas or something. I'm probably way wrong, so be easy on me. Okay, so we got onboard. You know I'm all aboard for the onboard in this car. Here we go. Oh, listen to that thing. Love that we got dual cameras here, front and rear. Oh, I love all the sounds from a race car, man. Big sweeping turn there. Coming off of probably third gear. Ooh, car ahead of him got a little loose. Hard into the brakes. Downshift, downshift. Oh, sounds good. Listen to that 6-cylinder Hemi. Ooh. Hey, our boy got a little loose there. That's all part of the fun. Oh, man. He's working that wheel. So is the guy ahead of him. Good God. Oh, ooh, we got some elevation change there. Coming down a hill. Hard into that turn. Oh, man, this looks like a lot of fun to drive. Ooh, boy, he is bringing the revs up to the moon. You heard that? Woo! Big sweeping turn. This track looks nice. Be a fun track day for kind of amateurs, if I will say, because it's nice and big. Big sweeping turns. Looks like a lot of fun. Can really stretch the legs on the car, right? Whereas Bathurst, you know, is legendary, but definitely more technical and could make a fool out of an amateur, you know, on his first time. Ooh, ooh. Gotta be careful on them rumble strips. Definitely need good lubrication on these engines, man. All these wide turns, though, those G-forces is going to suck the oil out of the chambers. You don't want that. I know a little thing or two about that. Maybe you guys will hear the history on my car someday. May have had that problem before and could have led to some bad failures. In other words, yes, IWrocker does have a small racing history.
Due to an on-track incident, this race was destined to see out the duration behind the pace car. And due to the blue Mustang ahead jumping the start and receiving a penalty, Rob was deemed the winner, placing him on pole position for the final race of the day.
There we go. This guy won the heat, was on pole position for the final race. Mopar for the win, baby. Look at all those legendary cars, man. Oh, I love that era. Our man in the Mopar is on the pole position. Oh, yeah. That little orange bugger freaking launched, huh? Whew. Tell you what, that's 6. How do you argue with the sound? Thing sings. Never thought I'd be loving a old Mopar muscle car with the 6-cylinder, but here we are. Uh-oh, what's going on? He pulled off into the grass. Definitely not a crash. There must be something wrong. Mechanical issue. Hope our mate's all right here. Maybe he'll say, I'm
Sadly,
not sure.
things didn't go to plan for Rob, with a warning light indicating some sort of malfunction.
Oh, no.
Leaving him with no choice other than to pull out and shut the big 265 Hemi 6 down.
Yeah, better play
It's time
safe.
to put it on the trailer, get it back to the shop, find the cause, and hopefully get it back on track real soon to fight another day. And don't forget to tune into our next episode to see more 2021 Phillip Island Classic Festival of Motorsport.
Okay, well, that answers my question. That little orange car was a Mazda RX-2. Wow. those RX series Mazdas from any decade seem to be strong, right? But hey, go ahead and check out this channel, Glenn Everett. I liked it. Very good production, man. This guy seems to have a good taste in cars as well. So again, check the description and check him out. Very good video. That is our introduction to Mopar in Australia. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And tell me down below what you think of Chrysler and the Mopars down under, because they're either love it or hate it in America. That's the culture here. I love them. Some people, you know, whether they're GM guys or Toyota guys or Ford guys, they hate Chrysler, and it's this funny rivalry that I always get a kick out of. It's like, man, like why do you hate Chrysler so much? You know, like people either love them or hate them. But the people that love them really back them and really love them. I mean, they do make some awesome vehicles that everyone pays attention to. Good publicity, bad publicity, either way, people are talking about them, and I think Chrysler has known that over the years, especially back in their heyday in the muscle car era. And I always say to the haters, you only hate them because you can't afford them, because the old Chrysler muscle cars definitely held their value the most than your run-of-the-mill Mustang or Camaro. So, yep, I said it. But that was really fun, guys. Let's talk in the comments. Wow. Much more to discover. This just scratches the surface. We will do more on AUSSIE Mopar muscle. Leave a like on this video if you enjoy all muscle cars in general, and especially Mopars. Subscribe for more stuff like this. Check the description for ways you can support the channel, and check out our P.O. box as well. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, I'll catch you later.